I've had a couple of female covert narcissists now, and narcissism's always relative to devaluation, disintegrating to the point of discard or reverse discard. They can drive you to the point where you just don't want to see them anymore. They have a habit of unresolved. Now, some of the hardest things about the covert female narcissist, or probably the primary hardest thing, is that they can cause all this devaluation and discard without any arguments, without any disagreements, without any opposition. They just become negligent, and it's passive aggressive in nature, and nobody would notice it from outside the relationship. When the female narcissist comes along, she knows how to empower. She knows how to empower the victim. They'll lift the victim up, they'll play the right part, they'll associate themselves with the victim in the right way, but it won't take long. Once they think they've got their teeth in and that now you're connected with them and going to pursue a relationship with her or him, depending on your situation, but I'm addressing female narcissists. Once she's got her teeth in and she thinks that you're now relatively committed to her, this is going to initiate the devaluation phase, because part of the excitement for the female narcissist is unsurety. There's an element in their caricature that requires a certain amount of toxicity, and toxicity being paralleled with a vampire who needs blood. If the female narcissist is not receiving their toxicity, then they very quickly lose interest. Now, they'll keep turning up, they'll keep taking supply, they'll keep sucking blood, but their interest levels will at some point begin to shift. They'll begin to seek after more mystery, more intrigue, more toxicity. Particularly once they've completely explored who you are, what you're about, and if you're a person that is relatively in order, they'll use that initially as a source of empowerment, but they'll soon become bored with that, because a lot of these people are used to being, in some degree, left wondering, unsure about what's going to happen next, and that becomes something that they begin to want to live around. The toxicity of unsurety, all the things that you don't want in a relationship. At first they'll say, oh yes, I want peace, I want, stability, I want safety. But one way or another, they begin to move away from that because they become bored with it. It's not enough to keep them entertained. Now, there's several ways in which they can make the relationship disintegrate. One, of course, is negligence on the part of not doing things or doing things that are going to conflict with your interest in the relationship and lead you into a situation where you'll discard them. That keeps them on the victim train. When somebody gets rejected, that initiates the spirit of victimhood, and being a victim today is very rewarding. They'll be rewarded for that and reaccepted, particularly if they've got adult children who have opposed the relationship that she is in with you. They'll vandalize and criminalize and demonize you. They'll make up stories and the usual demonic forms of vandalism towards a relationship. She'll push on. That'll give them a warning that she has the capabilities of moving on, but these people are usually too enmeshed. They're not going to put themselves in a situation where they're without their covert emotional incest, which is the cause of narcissism when you go back through it all, with the lack of individuation, separation of the children from the parents. And so they do the separation through the use of intimate partners. But it's a process that's never completed, because it has to be completed with the parent, not with intimate partners. And of course this leaves a trail of destruction behind the covert narcissist, who continues to lose interest in the partners that they are involved with or select. And you got to remember, these people don't always get what they want intimately. They don't always get the partner that they choose, but they will accept low-hanging fruit. That means people that are not what they are truly looking for. They will accept these people. They'll use them for a certain amount of time, and then they'll cause a reverse discard. They'll just work on this person until the person just couldn't be bothered with them anymore. They're very skilled at being able to come into a situation, run it through its courses. Even if they're not happy, they'll continue on, and then they'll just work at it until they leave. They can get up and leave and just go nah. Or if they if they have to return to the family after what seemed to be a betrayal because of the pursuit of a relationship with somebody outside the tribe, if they get discarded, they can return to the family as a victim, and the bloodline will probably psychologically punish initially or temporarily, but then they'll get back on track in their enmeshment and dysfunction and their destruction that comes with that. So the covert female narcissist, they are very skilled in the art of relationship. They will disintegrate. Their behavior will become unbearable. That's their way of trying to get out. Don't let your devotion, loyalty and commitment blind you from the signaling that they're trying to give to you that it's time to end this, because that's what they're up against. The covert female narcissist will go with the darker side of things while you're trying to keep the relationship in the light. They'll be pulling it into the darkness, and that's how these relationships end very swiftly, bitterly, and the consequences and effects of being with one of these people can be very dire. So if you're in trauma or you've been left damaged, seek out the right help and realize that you've been abused by a covert narcissist.